Well, hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with just my regular tales of clean intermittent fasting and OMAD, what I eat in a day, why. Maybe even we'll talk about the order of how I eat things and just the benefits of clean intermittent fasting for an older female. Oh, I love feeling that feeling of being empty. Oh, Sweet Pea. I don't know if you can hear her purring, but sometimes her face looks like she's angry and she's purring. It's just maybe it's that Siamese green eye, black fur thing. I don't know, but she's a sweetie with her great big paws, double paws. Anyway, I digress. So here we are. It's another Friday, and we're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about fasting. We're going to talk about probably, without, I do it every time, the difference between just fasting and clean intermittent fasting. And I think that I've spent the week, when I have guilty pleasure moments, I always try to find somebody that talks about the clean part of intermittent fasting, as well as just fasting and then one meal a day. Because it all, it's take what you want, leave the rest, which is kind of a 12-step suggestion when it comes to things. You may not like the way that I do things or find that you've got your own way and it works for you. That's the point. That's what I always try to stress here with these videos is that it's what works for you and finding your sweet spot and your jam. Some people even have jam. And not doing somebody else's plan because they say it works for them. And then, you do it and it doesn't work for you because you have a different body, you have a different way of eating things. Maybe something isn't or wasn't as important to that way of eating as it is to you when all is said and done. If you're in this stark, dry, limited restriction state of deprivation, is that how you want to be? Especially if you're an older person and you love food? Are you still restricting yourself as you get into the sunset years? I don't want to be that person, and I'm not that person. I don't have any deprivation. And the thing that I've talked about a lot in my videos is the surprising thing about not having deprivation means that the overeating has stopped. The desire for sugary desserts has stopped. Me, the sugar addict, which any doctor could look at my mouth or any layperson could look at my mouth and say, oh, yeah, you loved your sweets, right? My God. Anyway, and so it's lifted. I don't know what that means. Yes, I still have a treat every now and then. It's definitely limited. And like my last week, I had one dish of ice cream one night. And I seemed to be satiated or, calm or okay with it just being one day a week. It's not, I don't need to have it the next day. It's funny, if there's anything that I want to have every single day, it's a great big salad. My times have changed. So, the things that you learn about yourself, what works. I am a volume eater. I like to have that full belly that isn't the carbohydrate laden full belly where like think Thanksgiving, think diving into too much Halloween candy, a casualty of October that we're in, um, or any sort of thing where you just ate too much and it. Say you went to a restaurant and you just overdid it. I don't want that belly full type of thing. I like the belly full with my salad, which takes up a lot of space initially, but then when I wake up in the morning, I feel leaner in that sense of my stomach is, working on being emptied out for the day before I refuel with my OMAD, which is usually between 1 and 2. and then doing the whole thing again. So initially, I'm going to feel full, not stuffed, not couldn't eat another thing, but the salad helped reach that fullness that just makes me purr like a kitty and know that I've had enough. And then I add the protein. Oftentimes, I do have that slice of bread. Oftentimes, I do have my bowl of berries. And oftentimes in my salad, I'll have craisins or a chopped up pear, a piece of, not a whole pear. Um, or what else was, oh, the chopped ginger gold apple, just a little something, something to add to the salad. Right now, or today, I've got this great big fiesta platter. It's really a serving platter. And I loaded it up with spring mix organic lettuces and some organic red bell pepper, some crumbled blue cheese, a few craisins, chopped up celery, chopped up cabbage. Um, that could be it. And I'm adding, so it's chilling. It's what I'm going to have for my dinner. But what I'm adding to it is 5 grilled asparagus and some uh, thin cut. Well, maybe it's not thin cut. Well, it's not finely shaved. It's not shaved ribeye steak. It's thinly cut ribeye steak. So stir fry type steak that's on sale, a heritage package, 12 ounces. So I'll have some of that. I'm sauteing it in ghee, and I will have the steak part and the asparagus part from the pan onto the salad. So it's a semi hot salad, warm salad, and with extra virgin olive oil. That will be my dinner. I will post what I'm having. I will also have my 4 berries. I think I might have some grilled focaccia bread from Whole Foods. Today is my day off, so I will be doing my Whole Foods run. Go ahead, say it 3 times. You think you're so smart. Yeah. Um, because today I reload my organic offerings in my fridge on my day off at Whole Foods. Plus, their sale date has changed, or not, it hasn't changed. It's the new weekly sales, so I check it out now before I go later on this morning. That's all good. And so I know that some people might get bored with the way that I eat, the same old, but I don't. I love what I have. There's a lot of butter or oil, good oil like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil. Um, I do have macadamia nut oil. I could put that in my salad today. That would be a treat. Ooh, I might do that. So substitute macadamia nut oil, right, Dupuy? We love our macadamia nut oil. And and then I have the ghee, and I buy Danish Creamery butter. It comes in almost a bronze foil type package, 2 sticks per package. It's rather expensive, and then when it goes on sale, I buy enough so I can freeze some. I like that too. I don't fear the fat. I don't fear the fat on a particular cut of beef. Like today, it's the ribeye. In fact, I looked for the fattiest ribeye package that I could find, and I don't fear the oils that I use on my salads that I have every day because I like them. So I just continue along. I feel really blessed. I haven't weighed myself in months. I like knowing that my skinny day off jeans fit every time I put them on. And when I was at the doctor's last week for my semi-annual, they weighed me with, boots on, my heavier jacket that's lined, and all this stuff. And they say, you've gained 6 pounds. And I just don't pay any attention to that because I'm fully dressed. And that's so, and a moment in time weigh in, how many years did I weigh myself and just, How many times have you weighed yourself and held on to that all day, and your entire self esteem was based on the number on the scale? You might have been having a great day. Maybe you woke up, you felt your hip bones, you saw your collarbones, and you said, oh, I'm going to weigh myself today. I've probably lost some weight. And you hop on the scale and you've gained weight, and you forgot all about what you had yesterday to eat, which in my case was some crack slaw. Well, I put in the amino acids, which is a soy free soy sauce, and sriracha sauce, all these things that are loaded with like salt, sodium, and not the pink Himalayan or the Redmonds that I put onto my food at the table. And so you've retained a little water, and it's like you jump on and it says you've put on, 3.25 pounds, and you put it on your forehead, I'm sad because I weighed myself today. No. So if you're having a skinny moment, don't wreck your day by getting on the scale. That's my advice. Go with the skinny moment and feel really great about yourself. If you're eating the whole foods, real foods, not processed foods, not ultra processed foods, not junk foods, not things that come, in packages that when you go to read the ingredients, they're this long and you can't even read the first four because they're such chemical names. No, thank you. If you're eating well, and it suits you, and you're sleeping well, and you're going to the bathroom well, and your mood is swell, why think that you need to change it up? You might be at your sweet spot or close to your sweet spot. If you're older like I am and you're still denying yourself a food that you love, you kind of miss, or you're out with people and the offering is there, you could have what you want. It's not like you have to buy $20 worth of ingredients to have that one thing. Have it. Enjoy food. It's not here for us to punish ourselves for decades like we do. Why? Well, I know why, because that's what we did. I mean, it's our DNA, as I've said here often, how we do that. So, we are now entering into that time of the year, October, November, December. And for a lot of us, we might as well call it the setback season, right? This is when we we can get into trouble. We do get into trouble. Some of us even plan to get into trouble. And so what we do is we just dive in and give in to it. And some of us are able to lose whatever we might gain during the setback season and have no problem with it. I think that's great if that's how you could do it. I still want to fast every day. I don't want to have more than one meal a day. I really worked hard to get to one meal a day. I worked hard on drinking my coffee just black, please. I worked hard on giving up the Tic Tacs, the gum, the not really diet soda, but the flavored waters. I worked hard on giving all of those things up. I worked hard on changing my diet brain into thinking, okay, I'll have 8 baby carrots and 2 stalks of celery. Just all that craziness that I used to, plan my diet brain menu every day. I had fun doing it. I photographed it here. It was very kind of like a Weight Watcher diet mentality where it's like, got to have some of that to balance it out with some of that because that's how we do it, and yada, yada, yada. And now it's like, no, I want my salad. And this is the way that I want my salad today because I have different variations that suit my fancy. And so I like to do that. I like my protein. I love fat. I love fatty protein like a bacon, like a ribeye steak, those sort of things. But my portion sizes have gotten much smaller. And I focus a lot on like maybe having the half of a sweet potato, the half of a russet potato with the steak or the beef or the pork chop or the hamburger patty instead of the big hunk of meat and maybe the salad. I don't know, it's just preference, and I go with what I want at this point. I've been listening to Dr. Fung a lot, Dr. Jason Fung. He's a huge fan of intermittent fasting. He's a huge person that I began to listen to on my journey of intermittent fasting with my OMAD. And if you want a little bit more of the what happens to your body when you fast, as opposed to just the scale or the skinny jeans or what is it? Are you sure? Did you want to say something more? She's a talker. I love that. Um, Dr. Jason Fung. And there was an interview. Morphus, I think, is the lady, and she focuses on menopause and perimenopause issues, problems, and things like that. And she interviewed him, and it's over an hour, and he really got into depth. It was great watching him. She had the split screen. So Morphus, Morphus. Check it out, or you can look for Jason Fung, and that's how I found it because I wasn't looking for her. And he just calmly explains things. And because she focuses on menopause and perimenopause, you got your answers. You got questions that you might have as an older woman answered by Dr. Fung. It was great. And he does have this thing where, like, she did ask about, carby vegetables, for example, like sweet potatoes or white potatoes. And he said, there's too many good things about them to worry about the carbs in them and to like not have them. So, like it's a whole food. It hasn't been tampered with, so it stays in my wheelhouse because I believe that. And then he said if you do have something that's a carb, to focus on having it later in your meal. He said, there's a reason a lot of people start with their salads because it that your body is already digesting that when the carb loaded sort of thing might come in. And that's part of the why. That's part of the what happens. That although it's interesting to hear, I certainly can't regurgitate it, the way that Dr. Fung can. So if you want, a couple more layers than just, I'm eating this and my jeans are fitting, listen to Dr. Fung describe it, and it might help too. And it might help you become more of a believer in the clean intermittent fasting. He was talking about diet soda, and he said, have you ever seen a video or heard anybody say that they switched from full sugar soda to the diet version or the zero sugar version and they lost 30 pounds? He says, no, you don't hear that, right? Switching from that, you don't lose weight from switching to a diet soda. And why is that? And that's when he goes into all these artificial sweeteners, all these alternative sugars. They're going to tell your body food is coming, insulin drops, blood sugar goes up, and so you're not going to lose the weight. But he said, I guarantee you, if you give up the diet soda, that you will see a weight loss just from doing that and switching to maybe just plain water, just black coffee. Those are my two beverages. That's it. That's it. I don't drink alcohol. I don't miss diet soda. I never was addicted to it. I would have I think I'd have a soda water or both, still or sparkling. That's what they say in the restaurants. I'd have a sparkling water. If I was out, that would be my, grown up drink to hold in my hand. But other than that, it's just plain water with element in it, LMNT for electrolytes. Sometimes I do my pink Himalayan salt in my coffee or my water later on in the day, just for a little oomph of salt to keep me going. And that's how I stop. But if you are a diet soda drinker, just know, maybe watch some videos with Dr. Fung talking about that, or other people that talk about what your body still thinks is happening with the diet soda and giving it up and what might happen. You might have a whoosh. If you're hoping for your whoosh and you're still drinking diet soda because it's 0 calories, because you still got that diet brain operating on, it's got 0 calories and I can have that with my carrots and my celery. No. It's like having nothing in a clean intermittent fast except black coffee or water. And he even says, go without the coffee. Some people even do dry fasting without any beverage going down, But it's what you have luck with. For me, getting to the black coffee, I look forward to my black coffee during my clean intermittent fast. I look as forward to a fresh cup of coffee, strong beans ground right here at home, right before I, add the boiling water. I look as much forward to that as I do my OMAD. So to me, that's a good thing, to get to the place where the coffee works. I like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're older like me and you're still holding on to some diet brain sort of 0 calorie tricks that you're still having, and you still got those pesky pounds that you want to lose, try giving up the diet soda. Just saying. I'll see you here next week. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.